Governor Phillip urgently needed a suitable replacement for Arabanu. In November 1789, he sent Lieutenant William Bradley with a party of Marines to Manly Cove, where they succeeded in the traumatic abduction of 2 men, Colebee, a Gadigal, and a younger man, Bennelong, a Wongal.
The natives, who were very numerous all around us, on seeing us seize those 2, immediately advanced with their spears and clubs. But we were too quick for them, being out of reach before they got to that part of the beach where the boat lay. They were entering on the beach just as everybody was in the boat, and as she did not take the ground, we pulled immediately out without having occasion to fire a musket. The noise of the men, crying and screaming of the women and children, together with the situation of the 2 miserable wretches in our possession, was really a most distressing scene. They were much terrified, one of them particularly so.
Nanbury and Abaru welcomed them on shore, calling them immediately by their names, Bennelong and Colebee. But they seemed little disposed to receive the congratulations, or repose confidence in the assurances of their friends. The same scenes of awkward wonder and impatient constraint which had attended the introduction of Arabanu succeeded.
These Eora were restrained with leg irons and imprisoned at Government House, but refused to communicate with their captors. 17 days later, Colebee alone managed to escape. Now isolated in captivity, Bennelong began to converse with the British officers, gradually revealing the names, populations and territories of the various Eora clans and other useful cultural information. He also developed a close and respectful relationship with Governor Arthur Phillip.
Again, as a mark of affection and respect to the governor, he conferred on him the name of Wallawari and sometimes called him Binina, father, adopting to himself the name of governor. This interchange we found is a constant symbol of friendship among them.
Bennelong was quick to embrace the language, food and customs of his captors, and surely seemed a willing and compliant informant to the British officers. But Bennelong also tried to use his position of influence to advantage and sought British assistance to destroy his powerful Eora enemies, the Gamaragal. Then suddenly, in May 1790, Bennelong escaped from Government House and vanished into the bush.
His powers of mind were certainly far above mediocrity. He acquired knowledge, both of our manners and language, faster than his predecessor had done. He willingly communicated information, sang, danced and capered, told us all the customs of his country and all the details of his family economy. Love and war seemed his favorite pursuits, in both of which he had suffered severely. His head was disfigured by several scars. A spear had passed through his arm and another through his leg. Half of one of his thumbs was carried away, and the mark of a wound appeared on the back of his hand.
Bennelong's next encounter with the British occurred in September 1790, when Captain Nepean's exploration party came across a large mob of Eora feasting on a dead whale beached at Manly Cove. Bennelong invited the governor, who subsequently arrived and reunited with his old friend, only to be speared in the shoulder by Willemering, a visitor from the Garigal people of Broken Bay. Bennelong had previously handled the spear launched by Willemering, and the inaction of both Bennelong and Colebee suggests that this action was retribution for their abduction and captivity.
To retreat, His Excellency now thought, would be more dangerous than to advance. He therefore cried out to the man, "Weedy, weedy, bad, you are doing wrong," displaying at the same time every token of amity and confidence. The words had, however, hardly gone forth when the Indian, stepping back with one foot, aimed his lance with such force and dexterity that, striking the governor's right shoulder just above the collarbone, the point glancing downward came out at his back, having made a wound of many inches long. The man was observed to keep his eye steadily fixed on the lance until it struck its object, when he directly dashed into the woods and was seen no more.